Hi there, I'm Dina, and this is everything I ate this week. Beautiful, raw, colorful, delicious, nourishing, living foods. I hope you'll give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Thanks so much. Okay, just starting off the morning with a nice green smoothie, and I just have, I'm going to put in about a whole frozen banana, some frozen mango. Just going to make a quick, nice big green smoothie here this morning. Sounded good. That's almost done, so about a cup of mango. And I'm going to put as much kale in here as will fit. It is time to grocery shop today, y'all. So hopefully I'll get out today and get that done, and I'll see if I can share a short video on that. This kale is a few days old now. It's not feeling as fresh and firm, so I think it might be a good time to throw that in the freezer and use it just for smoothies and get some fresh for salad. So just a little cracked black pepper and a little turmeric, just a pinch. You won't be able to taste that in there. The bananas and mango make it really sweet. But anytime you're having turmeric, try to have just a crack of black pepper. It helps with the bioavailability and the good stuff in the turmeric to do what it needs to do for anti-inflammatory purposes. Okay, and I'm just going to add a little bit of water to this. Out of plant milk, I need to make some almond milk today too. And that will be breakfast. That looks good. That looks really good. Yum. Just tastes like mango and banana. Delicious. All right, so lunchtime, and I thought it would be a good time to do kind of a fridge clean out before I go to the grocery store. So I thought I'd just make a big salad. So what we have on hand today is a little bit of spring mix left, a head of romaine, green onion, piece of carrot, a little bit of red onion, a little bit of cucumber, some red bell pepper, tomato, and cabbage. And I'll be topping that with some raw pumpkin seeds and this dressing, which I made a couple days ago, and I made extra. And it was just kind of everything green I had in the refrigerator. It has cashews, soaked cashews, celery, green onion, kale, green bell pepper, jalapeno, and parsley and cilantro, with a little bit of raw apple cider vinegar. So it's a great dressing, and I'll just use this up, see what I can use up before I stock the fridge back. So all of this will just go to the compost, and I'll save my little green onion top for just popping in the garden. I grow them everywhere all around the garden. Great to grow with your tomatoes. So I'm just going to hit this beautiful salad with a little salt, a little cracked pepper, a little bit more my green dressing, which is delicious. I will leave the recipe in the comments. So I don't think I said that I also added a couple cloves of garlic in here as well. And this week, I just really want to focus on eating as many colorful, nourishing, life-giving foods that I can fit in. So after I have this, I think I see the sun coming out outside. I'm going to wait a few minutes and then go for a quick run and get to the grocery store. Almost forgot my pumpkin seeds. So back from the grocery store, just wanted to share with you real quick what I got. The watermelon, I got a couple of pineapples, some oranges for juicing and for snacking on. I would prefer to have the cuties, but the cuties are just super expensive right now. Some zucchini for making zucchini noodles, some lemon and lime, avocado, some bananas, a cantaloupe, some hot peppers. I've got Roma tomatoes and these cherries, which we had been snacking on the way home. They're really good, super sweet, really good cherries. I've got some cherry tomatoes for snacking on and making sauces, some slicing tomatoes for sandwiches, some kiwis, which are really good in the summer. Great, full of potassium and electrolytes, really good for making salads and chia pudding. I've got some ginger, some nice juicy collard greens, and let's see, I've got some romaine lettuce, some celery, some bell peppers, and the collard greens will be really good for making wraps and for juice. I've got some kale for salads and smoothies, some coleslaw. This coleslaw mix is really good for making salads or wraps. Comes in really handy when you need something quick. And I've got some fresh cilantro, because my cilantro plant on the porch is still kind of struggling. And I've got some frozen cauliflower rice and some frozen veggies, regular cauliflower, corn, strawberries, mango, pineapple, and some frozen broccoli. And like I said, this looks like a lot of food, and it really is, but it will last probably about 2 weeks for both my husband and I. And this should be plenty of food. Okay, so since it was storming this morning, I decided to hold off on running, and I just got back from a nice sweaty run outside in the South Carolina humidity. Pretty good evening though. It's not too hot out, and most of the run was in the shade, so pretty nice. I just wanted to show you real quick what I'm making for dinner, which will be some zucchini noodles with a cashew and pumpkin seed sauce, kind of like an Alfredo, I guess you could call it. And out of the garden, I have some fresh green beans. I've been snacking on these. When they are fresh and just coming in the beginning of the season, there is nothing better than a warm green bean cooked by the sun and fresh off the green bean bush. So I have the green beans, I have a few garlic scapes, and some parsley. And the garlic scapes and the parsley and the tops of the garlic scapes, along with one garlic clove and some lemon juice, is what I'm going to put into my sauce. So this is about 1 tablespoon of cashews, 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, which were both soaked, and then I have 1 tablespoon of hemp seeds. And I'm going in there with 1 clove of garlic and the tops of the garlic scapes, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and I'll squeeze in a little bit of fresh lemon juice and blend this up and get my zoodles ready to go in the bowl, and it's that quick and easy. Okay, I have my zucchini all noodled up there. Looks amazing. Just kind of toss those around so they break apart. And I have my sauce, which I tasted and is also amazing. And I'm just going to add the greens to the garlic escape greens here. Give this a stir and pour over my zucchini noodles. This is going to be delicious. I can tell already. Oh, and this looks amazing. I'm just going to hit that with some fresh parsley and a crack of black pepper. And I'm going to go enjoy this and enjoy the rest of my evening. Okay, just back from a run and I am starving. I had a good 6-mile run this morning. Felt really great. Really hot out though, so I wanted to start the day with something really refreshing, and my husband and I are going to have fruit bowls with this beautiful pineapple, orange, banana, kiwi, and mango, and I'll top that with some hemp and oh, he's gonna be a tough pineapple. He is ripe enough, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna top that with some hemp and flaxseed. And how good does that look? That looks so good. So I'm just going to top this with a little bit of hemp seed. And the pineapple was not quite ripe enough yet, so we're just gonna let him sit and hang out for a day or two. He should be good to go. After further inspection, I decided we'd wait until he's just right. Little bit of ground flax seed. Always try to get organic seeds when possible. And I have here just a little bit of raw coconut milk yogurt. I should do a video on that too for this recipe. Maybe I'll do a short video on that. This is really easy and really good to have around. Okay, and that's breakfast. Looks amazing. So I've just been snacking on a few of my sprouted almonds here. I'm making some homemade almond milk. You can see my pile of compost today is getting pretty large. But I just have a cup of soaked almonds. I've soaked for about 30 hours. And you'll know they're ready to be used when you see a tiny little sprout coming out of the top. Tiny little white sprout will be coming out of the tops. And they're super easy to peel at that point, and this makes the best almond milk. So just toss those in your blender. I have 2 dates in there, and I'm just going to add a little bit of salt and some filtered water, and this will make about 8 cups of almond milk. For lunch today, I am just having this beautiful tomato, cucumber, and onion salad with some fresh basil. This basil has really gone wild, and it smells amazing, and it's so sweet. There is nothing better than fresh basil in the summertime, and it is so easy to grow. If you're not growing it, you should start. It's so easy and it's so satisfying to grow. You can grow it anywhere, on a sunny windowsill, on a balcony. You can really grow basil anywhere. Dinner tonight is going to just be this quick slaw salad with some sprouts, hemp seed, and a tahini dressing. It's been a long day, y'all, so I need something quick, and I will see you in the morning. Breakfast this morning is going to be this beautiful blueberry ginger smoothie bowl, which turned out really amazing. The blueberry and ginger go so good together, and I'm just topping that with some hemp seed and some flax seed and some more sliced banana, and this is a perfect start to the day. I thought I would just have the exact same thing today as I had last night because it was delicious. So I'm just going to have this quick salad. It was quick, easy, and satisfying. So I just have my coleslaw mix here, which I have just rinsed and drained. Just going to add that to my bowl. It's making a huge mess. I think half of it went in the sink. Anyway, I'll put that in the bowl there, and I'm going to make a quick sauce. So I have about a tablespoon of tahini, and I'll put in about a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. This is a super easy and delicious tahini sauce, just tahini, garlic, and lemon. Pinch of salt, and some lemon juice. And I'm going in with half of this lemon, and apparently all of its seeds. I'll have to get those out. Okay, seeds removed and crisis avoided. I added a little bit of water to that, to which I'm going to add about a teaspoon of maple syrup. Give this a good stir. Boy, I'm really making a mess over here today. Okay. Taste it and see if it needs any more salt. Nope, it is perfect just as it is. Okay, I'm just going to mix this up a little bit. And an avocado on top of here would be perfect. Unfortunately, the store did not have ripe avocados, and I'm still waiting on my avocados to ripen. So, oh my God, I'm making a huge mess today. Okay, so I've got my avocados in a bag with my bananas and one of my pineapples. See if we can get those to hurry up and ripen up for us. Sounds so good. So I'm just going to go on with a big pile of broccoli sprouts, which are delicious with the tahini sauce also. Okay, I'll put the rest of my sauce over that. And I'm just going to let this sit and hang out in the sauce for a few minutes while I clean up this mess that I have made. Okay, so dinner time, and I am really hungry. So I wanted to make something really satisfying and delicious. So I'm going to make some cauliflower wraps, and I'm going to make a Southwest style sauce to dip those in. So what I have are just some collard greens, some rice cauliflower. I've thrown some cilantro and some herbs in there. Cilantro, basil, parsley in there, and I have some more cilantro, some garlic scapes, some green onion, and some carrots to go in there also. But I want to start with the sauce, and I have about a quarter cup of cashews that I have soaked for about an hour, and I just drained that liquid off, and I'm going to add in, I'm going to add in my spices, which are some turmeric, some cumin, some paprika, some salt, and some chili powder. Get all of that in there. About a quarter teaspoon each is all I have in there. And a big handful or a small couple of handfuls of these sweet cherry tomatoes. And I'll blend this up for our sauce, and we can set it aside and let it hang out until we are done with our wraps, which won't take long. Okay, let's get assembling. I just have here a few, I have 4 actually, washed collard greens. And you'll want to get some pretty tender ones, some young ones. Looks like my light just ran out. I think that'll be fine. That'll be okay. And I have my cauliflower here. And I have this delicious creamy sauce, which turned out amazing. It's just really good. I'll be making that again. Maybe next time add some hot sauce to it. That would be really good. Kind of make it a little bit like a buffalo sauce. So I'm just going to get assembling here. Start with those 2. Just put some cauliflower in there. And we're just going to wrap this up kind of like a little burrito or tamale. And it is going to be delicious. Okay, go in with a few of my carrots. Make sure I get some for everyone. A couple of these green onions, which I sliced lengthwise. A couple of garlic scapes, which are delicious right now, fresh from the garden, by the way. And some cilantro leaves. This is going to be so fresh, but satisfying. I cannot wait for this. Okay, try not to spill everything out there. And you just take it and wrap it just like you would a burrito. I've made these before in other videos or a version of them, and they just turn out so good every time. You can put whatever filling that you like in there. Just kind of give that a press down. I rolled those 2 inside out, but that's okay. I'll make the next 2 a little prettier. It's just me, it doesn't matter, so it'll be all right. So, and I cut off most of the tough stem. If that bothers you, cut it all off, but it doesn't really bother me. I like the chewiness of it. Okay, there's 2, and I'll get these 2 done. And the younger your collard greens, the more tender that stem is going to be, and the more tender the greens are going to be while they're raw. And if you're not trying to stay completely raw, you could even steam these, which is also really good. Steam them for about 15 minutes, like you would a regular tamale. Okay, and that's it. I'm going to enjoy these. This is going to be a great meal. Put some of my sauce on there. That's a lot of sauce actually, but that's okay. I'm really hungry. That creamy cashew sauce is really, really good. I'm going to go enjoy this and then maybe sit in the sauna before I shower and get to bed. It's almost 9 o'clock, so it's a little bit late for me. Now we'll see you in the morning. In this morning's juice, I am having some collard greens, some celery, apple, and basil, mint, ginger, and carrot. Good morning. It is Thursday morning. I slept great. I woke up full of energy and feeling amazing. So we're going to start this day off right with some green juice. And I'm going to cut up this cantaloupe and have some of that. It looks like it's going to be a really hot one out there again today. So I want to make sure I stay hydrated and full of electrolytes. So this will be a great breakfast. That ginger, mint, and basil in there, really, really good. Cantaloupes, you got to give them a good whack. Make sure your fingers are out of the way. Oh, this one smells amazing. It's gonna be nice and juicy and sweet. Oh, I can't wait for some of this. And I think later I'm going to open up this watermelon. Still waiting on my pineapple and my avocados. I've got them in here with my bananas, trying to hurry up and ripen because I really wanted that pineapple and I really wanted my avocados too. So hopefully by tomorrow morning, maybe this afternoon, I might have an avocado. I'll check back and see. Whew, it is a hot one out there. But as you can see, I'm in a hoodie. That's because I have been spending so much time outside in the heat that when I come inside and am in Tony's air conditioner, my husband likes it cold, I freeze. Oh my God, it is so cold in here. Let me get this guy out of the way. And I've got a video coming on this. Can you guess what it is? You'll have to wait and see. So we'll set him over there so he can brew away. So I thought for an afternoon snack today, I would go ahead and cut into this watermelon and make a watermelon, have some fresh mint and basil. So watermelon, mint, and basil cooler. I'm just going to throw it all in there and blend it up and have it over ice. If I were patient, I would freeze some of the watermelon, but I want it now. I'm thirsty and I'm hungry and this sounds amazing. So I'm going to get this together and then I'm going to wait for the sun to cool off a little bit. It's about 4:30 right now, so about around 6 or 7 when it cools off a little bit, I'm going to go for an evening run. So this will be a great pre-run snack and electrolyte boost for me. So we'll get this going. And I'm down to harvesting the last of this mint, I think. It's going to seed, so I'll be replanting that pretty soon. Okay, so I am just filling up a couple jars here. This was a few blenders full, and of course I've been snacking on the watermelon. It is so sweet and delicious. Can you see my eyeballs? Is that better? I didn't think about that. You definitely don't want to see my hair right now, that's for sure. Anyway, I just am running most of the pulp through a strainer. You could also do this in the juicer. I just like a little bit of the pulp left in it. So, and this gets a little bit more of the mint and the basil flavor in there too. So just run it through a strainer and pour it in my glass. And I'll put one in the refrigerator for Tony. He's outside cutting the grass. There's a lot of it. So I'll have one ready for him to go to. Okay, I'm back from my nice evening run and I'm going to make a quick dinner. It's kind of late, so a quick, light, cold dinner. So I've snacked on this banana while I got my other ingredients out, and it's going to be for a gazpacho. Just a plain, no extra frills gazpacho. So I have a couple of Roma tomatoes, just right in the blender. I might want to cut those up. A handful of cherry tomatoes, 1 clove of garlic, a handful of sun-dried tomatoes, the kind that are actually dried and vacuum packed, not the ones packed in oil. The ones packed in oil would also be delicious here, but I'm not using any oil this week either. And a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, about a 1/4 teaspoon to a 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and the same amount of crushed red pepper. Okay, I'm going to chop these up and get these in here too. And at the end, I'll hit it with just a little bit of lemon juice. This soup turned out so amazing. I think this was my favorite meal of the week. Very simple and very satisfying, and I think I'll be having it on a regular basis this summer. So I'm just enjoying this with some of these raw sprouted seed crackers, and I will be sharing that recipe with you soon. I'm still perfecting it, so as soon as I have it just the way I wanted, I will share it with you guys. So this morning I'm just going to start with a yummy tropical chia pudding. This is so good, y'all, you would not believe. So this is a teaspoon, so I'm gonna go in with 4 teaspoons of chia seeds, and I've got some fresh almond milk, a little bit of that, about double the amount. You just want to kind of eyeball it. You can make it as thick or as runny as you like it. I like it kind of thick, so that's what I go with. And I've got here some blue spirulina, and this is like a 1/4 teaspoon. And spirulina is great. It's full of minerals and high in protein, which, I mean, that little bit of an amount is not going to give you a lot of protein, but it is super good for you. It's an algae, so it's high in a lot of those sea minerals that your body really needs. I'm just going to give that a stir. Look at that pretty color. Isn't that fun? It's so fun. I always love it. It always makes me smile. Okay, and I'm going to set this in the refrigerator until I get hungry. Actually, I'm already hungry, but we'll let this sit up for a little while. It doesn't take chia seeds long to gel up and thicken up. So after it sits in the fridge a little bit, we'll put our fruit on top. Also this morning, I'm going to be making some green juice, and I kind of just have a little bit of everything green that's in the refrigerator right now. Some celery, some of these nice juicy collard greens. I have some cilantro, some basil and mint. I'll be adding a little lemon juice and some ginger. And I'm just going to add it to this little bit of leftover watermelon juice that I have. And I think that'll be sweet enough. It should be really tasty. Oh, this does smell amazing. Okay. Lots of ginger and lemon in there. This should be really delicious. I don't know about the color of it, but kind of looks like murky swamp water, but we're going to give it a go. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, yeah. The cilantro, lemon, and watermelon, and that basil. Can't really taste a lot of the ginger, but the basil, mint, and lemon really make it refreshing. And the watermelon adds just a little bit of sweetness. So yeah, that's a keeper. That's a good green juice right there. Okay, so I've got my chia pudding here, and I've just added some kiwi in there. I'm gonna go in with some pineapple and mango chunks. And no, my pineapple is still not ripe. It's getting there though. I have faith in it. I have faith that it will be okay. It will get ripe eventually. So I just have some mango there and some frozen pineapple, which is fine. Frozen pineapple's good. Nothing wrong with frozen fruits and vegetables. Sometimes they're actually fresher than what you get at the grocery store. Because what you get at the grocery store, let me get a towel for my hands over here. What you get at the grocery store is off of a truck that has been driving and crossing the country, most likely with most fruits. Well, these bananas are getting way ripe before the pineapple gets ripe. But what I was saying is fruits and vegetables travel a long way to get to your local grocery store, where they sit even longer, a day or two, waiting to be put out usually. So, nothing wrong with fruits and vegetables that have been frozen, because they're usually frozen within a day or two of coming out of the field or off of the farm. Okay, how good does that look? That just looks so amazing. I cannot wait to eat this. This is going to be so good. I don't know what keeps happening to my hemp seed spoon. And I'm just going to top that with a little bit of hemp seed. And enjoy this for breakfast. How fun and colorful is that? So good. So I've been gone most of the afternoon. I took my granddaughters to swim lessons. It was so fun. But I didn't show. I did snack on fruit all afternoon. I had some bananas, some oranges, and a whole bunch of watermelon. So for dinner tonight, I'm making cauliflower and walnut meat tacos. I have about a quarter cup of walnuts that I have been letting soak all afternoon, and I'm just going to chop these up and add them to my riced cauliflower. And to my cauliflower, I have added some cumin, some paprika, some turmeric, some garlic powder, and some salt and pepper. And we'll just add that in there and stir it up and let it just kind of sit and hang out for just a few minutes before filling up our taco lettuce wraps here. Just going to hit that with some lime and let it hang out and let the lime juice kind of cook those spices, so it doesn't taste, just like raw spice. You want to let it hang out just a few minutes. So I'll be filling these up, and I'll be adding the corn salsa too, which I will link the recipe. I have a video where I made the corn salsa. It's so good, so I'll link that there. So let me know what you think about this week's meals. I appreciate you watching again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what you think.